What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters. Welcome to No Life to Metal. It's time for a rock metal update. That's right, time for the rock metal update. This time it's going to be all 7-inch vinyl. Yes, I have done quite a few 7-inch vinyl videos recently, but just been collecting a lot of vinyl, been looking for them, hitting up stores and online, and I've just been finding a lot of great deals, a lot of stuff that I've been looking for. I got a few right on top here that I'm excited about. This one on very top is a GRAIL for me. Back in 1983, I was in high school, living in New Jersey, and one of the local bands we were all into was Anthrax. They were playing clubs around New York City at the time, and they put out this 7-inch single called Soldiers of Metal. Now, I've shared this story before, but in 1989, 1990, early 1990, I sold my entire collection, and I sold a lot of things I wish I hadn't sold. But I mean, at the same time, I used that money for selling all those records as a down deposit on my first home. I was newly married, moving into a new town, so it just made sense at the time, and even though I regret getting rid of some of that stuff and have been trying to get back a lot of it ever since, a lot of it is impossible to find. Well, this has been on my GRAIL list for a long time. This is the original Soldiers of Metal 7-inch single, and my good friend Rob Caldwell from Texas hooked me up. I mean, he hooked me up big time, because this thing is not cheap. Matter of fact, the last copy I saw on Facebook's was $120. And I considered it. I really did, but I just didn't have $120 to spend. So yeah, this is really nice. A very clean copy. The vinyl's really clean, and then the covers, it's got a few marks, as you can see, but it's pretty clean considering it's a thrash single from 1983. But I wanted to show that, and then I also have this. This is the bootleg version that I've had for years, and my good friend Rui Martins, who unfortunately does not do videos anymore, picked this one up for me back in the day. It is different, as you can see. This is an actual sleeve. It had, well, I guess I should show you the back of it. I take them out of the sleeves to keep them from tearing it. But there's the original sleeve, but it's an actual sleeve that the record slides into, and then I put them into these white sleeves to protect them. This happens to be a poly-lined white sleeve because this album is, like I said, special to me. But the bootleg that he sent me here, besides being red instead of orange, also is not a sleeve. It is a wraparound, which is another way singles are done, regardless. So, and as you can see, it is not the original center label. It's got a picture of the band instead. But still, both of them are cool to have in my collection. One of these days I'll do an Anthrax collection. I don't have, obviously, like a band like Aerosmith or Thin Lizzy or Nugent, where I've got like 30 or 40 7-inch singles for them. Anthrax, I don't have quite that many, but I probably do at least have 10 or 12 Anthrax 7-inch singles. So really cool to have. I've had this one forever, but I just thought I'd show it since I now have the original and the bootleg. Just, a lot of people either love them or hate them. A lot of people don't think they belong in the big four, stupid term anyhow, but those guys did sell a lot of records in the 80s, and they were really huge. So Anthrax, Soldiers of Metal, humble beginnings for the New York speed thrash band. In my last 7-inch video I did, not the one from Atlanta, but before that I showed that I had picked up the Scott Gorham version of the Sarah single. Now, I already had that one, so I ended up giving it to my buddy Steve, and I already had this one, and I had been wanting to have all three of them, so I managed to score the Scott Gorham version of the Sarah single. So now I have all three. People have asked me, was there a Gary Moore version? Not that I know of. Matter of fact, if you look at the back of these, let's see, let me take this one here. Each of them have the picture of the one bandmate on the front, and then the other three are in the back. So you can see Phil in the back, Phil lineup, Scott Gorham there. But none of these have pictures of Gary Moore. I don't know if he wasn't part of the band at the time. He may have just been considered, the fill-in member. But regardless, as far as I know, no, there is no no Gary Moore version of of Sarah, unless maybe there's a bootleg version. So finally have all 3. So there you go. If you watched that last video where I mentioned that I was missing the 1, I now have all 3. So glad to have those as well. Alright, I got a pile of stuff here. Alright, also in my last 7-inch update video before the Atlanta video that I did recently, I showed the UK promo single of Stormtroopin' from Ted Nugent, and I wondered, it had a white sleeve on it, and I wondered, did it come with an Epic label sleeve? Yes, it did. I went online and started looking and found out, yes, it came with this yellow and black sleeve. It looks just like the US version of the Epic sleeve from the early 70s. However, it does have a little thing on here saying Epic Records London on it right there. And yes, this was the sleeve that came in the original promo pressing. Unfortunately, like a lot of promos that went to radio stations or in jukeboxes or those kind of things, the original sleeves got tossed or just didn't stay with the cover. So I managed to find a guy who had a copy of the single. His single was not in good shape, but it had the cover. So he sold me I basically only wanted the cover, so I bought the whole thing, and I actually tossed the 7-inch single in the trash because it just wasn't worth keeping. But now I have the complete Ted Nugent Stormtroopin' Backed with Hey Baby UK 7-inch promo single. As well, here is Stormtroopin' Backed with Hey Baby Japanese pressing on the Epic label, or I guess out there it's see Sony CBS in Japan. This is cool. This is I know I do collect anything Runaways related. This is Cherry and her sister Marie Curry. Back from 1970. Gosh, I wish I could remember the year because it drives me crazy that I can't remember it. But anyhow, this actually came out the same year that Deep Purple. Let me try it one more time. This actually came out the same year that Rainbow released the same song, Since You've Been Gone, which I believe is a Russ Ballard composition. But this is the same song, but very different version of it. Still, a raw hard rock version of it, maybe like something the Runaways would do. Really cool. I had such a crush on Sherry Curry when I was a kid. And she's one of those people, one of those rock stars that I would love to meet, if not just to shake her hand once and thank her for her music and maybe get her autograph, because like I said, I've been a fan forever. So really cool. Since You've Been Gone, Cherry and Marie Curry, and the B-side is actually a ballad, Longer Than Forever. I didn't care for the ballad that much. I'm just not a big ballad guy to begin with, but it's okay. I much prefer the A-side and Since You've Been Gone. Last few videos I've been showing a lot of Scorpions 7-inch singles, and grabbed the Scorpions live version of No One Like You, backed with the Zoo. This is a UK pressing, I believe it's UK. Nope, sorry, German pressing. More Aerosmith. Always got to be Aerosmith. If I do a 7-inch single, there's going to be Aerosmith, right? So this is Sheila off Done With Mirrors, backed with Gypsy Boots. One of the few singles that was released for, there was only, I think, 2 singles. Sheila and Let the Music Do the Talking, I think, were the only 2 singles released for that album. Japanese pressing of Dude Looks Like a Lady, backed with Samurai. Again, on the CBS label. CBS Sony, but they were on, what, Geffen at the time? Atlantic, there's all kinds of Warner Brothers reprise on that label. This is a Spanish pressing of Jamie's Got a Gun. This is a Spanish promo pressing. If you look closely, you can see promotional copy, not for sale, right up. Where is it? Right there. And there's several of these WEA Spanish pressings of different Aerosmith songs. This is the first one I've found for a reasonable price. There's copies on eBay you can find, but it's like $20 for the single and then $20 shipping. I'm not paying $40 for, a pressing of Jamie's Got a Gun. Just not going to do it. This one I got from a U.S. seller, and it was well worth the cost. Another couple Japanese pressings. This is Come On Feel the Noise, Quiet Riot. Backed with, I forget what song it's backed with here. Of course I don't see it on the front either. Now I gotta open it up. It's got one of those nasty sounding sleeves in it. This also is on the Sony label. Come On Feel the Noise, backed with Run for Cover. Yeah, CBS Sony. Mama, we're all crazy now. Quite right, Japanese pressing. Mama, we're all crazy now. Backed with, again, it says what it's backed with, but it's in Japanese lettering, in which I can't read Japanese. I wish. That'd be cool. Mama, we're all crazy now. Backed with Bad Boy. I picked these both up from the same seller for about $5 each. Japanese pressings and no shipping, because I picked them up from a bunch of Japanese pressings from the same seller. Same seller I've actually talked about in the last few videos. I've been buying up all his hard rock and metal stuff because, I mean, his stuff is all under $10 for Japanese pressings and $4 shipping for up to like 10 singles. So I just been buying it up because that's really inexpensive. I mean, most Japanese pressings of even anything, Aerosmith or Sabbath or all the Nugent, all that different stuff that I've been buying up, you cannot find that stuff for under $20. So Robin Trower, this is a UK pressing of Victims of Fury and 1 in a Million. I believe this is on a clear vinyl. Robin Trower, one of my all-time favorite guitar players. Another one of those guys that, I just love to meet him. I've been listening to him since I was a kid, literally, so I'll put that back in there later. This is cool. I am a Genesis fan. I've shown Genesis stuff in the past, but I also love Phil Collins' solo stuff, especially Face Value, and that's what this is from. This is a ballad called If Leaving Me Is Easy, which is at 45 RPM. Now, the B-side is called Drawing Board, and it's actually 3 demo tracks, In the Air Tonight, I Missed Again, and If Leaving Me Is Easy, and they're all very, very different versions than the version you hear on the record. So that was really cool to hear. I really enjoyed that. Again, I'm a huge fan of Face Value. I think it's Phil Collins' best solo album, and it's one that I listen to frequently, actually. It's one of those albums I enjoy relaxing to, kicking back, eyes shut, just laying down, listening to music. Love Face Value. So this was a cool find, and I picked this up from that same seller that had all those Japanese pressings. This is The Crazy World of Arthur Brown and Fire. I've had a copy of this forever in my collection. Love that song, but the copy I've had was just tore up. I mean, it had been well played back in the day. So I found this copy much cheaper, and I should say much cheaper than I don't remember how much I paid the original, but I found this for a good price, and it's in really good shape. In the original Atlantic Records sleeve, back with Rest Cure. I'm not a huge fan of The Crazy World of Arthur Brown. I am a bigger fan of Atomic Rooster, which, of course, Vincent Crane was part of this band, and I believe one of the main songwriters in The Crazy World of Arthur Brown, and he went on to form Atomic Opera. So, there you go. Same seller, Van Halen. This is, what do you call this song here? You Really Got Me, back to the Atomic Punk, Japanese pressing. Again, original Japanese sleeve. 1974, I believe. This is Alice Cooper, Elected. Can't remember what that song is in the back. Let's see here. I think it's Looney Tune. I was correct. Back to Looney Tune, original green Warner Brothers sleeve. Very cool picture sleeve. I didn't buy this one from that seller. This is one I bought online, and again, I found it for a good price. Alice Cooper's 70s picture sleeve singles are sometimes they get really expensive. I mean, there's some of them. I'm not even kidding. There's a lot of them on eBay right now. If you go look for Alice Cooper, and if you like View by Most Expensive, you'll see their singles on there, $200 and $400. Some of it's just crazy. There's a lot of Alice Cooper collectors, and so they disappear quickly. So I was really happy. I bid on this one on eBay and won, and it was not very expensive, and it's in great shape. Alice Cooper, Elected. A couple of 2 or 3 here from Deep Purple. This is a Speed. Let's just say Speed King is in the front. It's a Black Knight, backed with Speed King. Now this isn't I believe a UK or. Yeah, I think it's UK pressing from the 80s. From when they did the Deepest Purple album, their greatest hits, this came out. Now, that cover is just badass. I love that cover. That picture of the stadium just completely destroyed after a Deep Purple concert. Again, back with Speed King. Oddly enough, I managed to find this copy of Black Knight, back with Strange Kind of Woman. UK pressing on the original, what's this label called? Harvest label. Harvest sleeve. And then a more recent 7-inch single from Deep Purple. This is Vincent Price. Backed with First Sign of Madness. I missed this one when it came out, so I was glad to finally find a copy, because I have been searching for a while to find a decent price copy of this, and this copy is brand new, and I got it for a good price. Really happy. Alright, now we've got 4 more to go from the same band. This is all from Nazareth, so My White Bicycle, Too Bad, Too Sad. 1974. Big old 1974 sticker on there. Yeah, see, this is a German copy. This is This Flight Tonight and Call Her Name, 1973. On the Phillips label, Place in Your Heart, Kentucky Fried Blues, Nazareth, 1977. And finally, Nazareth, Glad When You're Gone, Light My Way, 1974. Yeah, this is actually, there's little stickies you put in the back of the gear. I did that. I was actually like, you know what? I'm going to start writing the years on slips of paper, so when I'm doing videos, I'll know what year it was rather than guessing. Of course, I said I was going to do that. I did it for those 4 Nazareth singles, and they're the only 4 I did. I should have done them for the rest, but I just didn't. I'm pretty good at guessing the years anyhow, so I'm not usually off by that much, but usually someone will correct me if I'm wrong anyhow. So anyhow, that's it for my 7-inch rock metal haul vinyl update. Appreciate y'all watching. That's it. Leave a message below. I try and get back to everybody. Appreciate it. God bless. Stay strong.